Okay, I watched the video this morning by um, High Desert Pioneer. Sorry, bud. I'm 58, man. What are you gonna do? You gotta write stuff down. And he said go watch a video from Red October. So I watched that too. Um, and Red October makes some good points about, we can't just talk anymore and there's a division and all this going on. And this is a common statement people will make. How it's people get triggered so easily and all that. And I'm just going to share an observation. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just giving my observation. I'm 58. I've been in the same business with my family. Well, our family's done it since the 50s, 1951, 52. But we're dealing with people on a regular basis, 7 days a week. And I work at a golf course. So it's a specific thing. People come in, and there's just a handful of items you could purchase or a handful of services you can purchase. It would be like working at a hot dog stand. And unless you're having side conversations, which happens, nothing wrong with that. But if you're not having side conversations, what are you going to actually talk to someone at a hot dog stand? You want the bun toasted? Want mustard with that? Onions? It would all be just a very narrow conversation you're going to have. But you could actually get to a point, I've talked about this before, where as someone walks up, you can pretty much go, chili and onions. And a gal will say, can I get a hot dog with chili and onions? Now, why? It's not because you're so gifted. It's just you're in this focused mindset for so long, you can start seeing it happen before it happens. Anyhow, that's another video. I work at a golf course. People come out to the golf course. Maybe they drink too much beer, or whatever the case is. They do stupid things. You got to go out there and play the authority role. Say, hey, guys, you can't do that. You're breaking rules there. It's going to hurt someone. You're going to hurt yourself, blah, blah, blah. And it used to be, if a guy did something really stupid, hitting a golf ball into the parking lot, intentionally trying to hit a car, stuff like that. I used to go out there and just chew their ass. You stupid son of a... kind of thing. Not good. You shouldn't do that. But they would fight back. Oh, yeah, oh, whatever, man. But they knew they were wrong. They knew they were in the wrong. They would, oh, I'm caught. But then they would stand up for themselves and cuss back at you, whatever the case is. But they knew they were wrong. You could tell. They could tell, oh, yeah, I'm caught. Okay? And so there would be a little bit of humbling in that. Then they'd fight back or whatever. But it wasn't a big deal. It was cussing and retreat kind of thing. They're it wasn't really going to go anywhere. But nowadays, and I've had to tell this to the people I work with, when you see someone do something wrong, or whether it's something really stupid or just kind of breaking a rule, hey, bud, you can't do that. It's not allowed here. You can't do that. Oh, hey, you don't want to do that, man. You hit that guy's car. He's coming. He's you're gonna get stuck. You can't do the cussing thing. You can't do that. Not because of political correctness or anything like that, but people today, and this is a wide spectrum of age group. Let's say you got a guy and he's tearing up part of your property, and doing something stupid. You beat the trash can to death with a golf club. He rented from you. It's all your stuff. He's destroying it. Hey, bud, whoa, you don't want to do that. Those things cost us money and this, that, and the other. If you go at him at a point and you hurt his feelings, this is the kicker. Let's say you do something where you've offended his sense or image of himself or whatever. Back in the day, I'd say, hey, you stupid son of a, and whatever. He will immediately forget whatever he's doing wrong. You're talking to me the way my parents never talked to me. You can't talk to me like that, this kind of thing, and gets extremely offended, almost as though they've been attacked, going into victim mode. Now they're pissed. And because you hurt their feelings, they can justify any behavior. I have gone out to stop someone from doing something that was very dangerous for other people. And because it, in their mind, put them in a bad light, like they were wrong, they got extremely violent. I've had this happen more than once. Like maybe no one ever told them no before. It's like the craziest thing. And this is not, I don't deal like a rich, high class group of people. This is blue collar. We're very blue collar, our customer base. But if you come at them showing them where they're wrong, and let's say you maybe, like I said, I don't cuss at them anymore. Can't do that at all. Because I don't want to escalate this into something else. If they get their feelings hurt, then just forget anything they did wrong. They're coming at you, now you got a fight on your hands. And now they'll do worse things. They'll tear more stuff up, or they'll do something more dangerous, or whatever the case is, because you hurt their feelings. It's a crazy, and trust me, I've done this. I've had other things I've done outside the family. It's a family business, but I've done this professionally since I was 18, okay? That was 1985 or 6. People say, how long you worked here? I said, forever, man. Forever. I've been doing this forever. As well as I've had other businesses. So I've seen this for a long time. I've had the same problem for a long time. I have to go out and tell a customer, hey, you can't do that. And it's evolved into something much worse. We have to handle them with kid gloves now. I said, not because it's politically correct, but you don't know if this guy's going to go off and just get really stupid. So you're kind of walking on eggshells. You just got to be very careful. So what I've seen change is the response that people have to, hey, you can't do that. You're breaking a rule. Don't, you try to say where this rule, you're going up against this rule. Whereas before I would tear them down. Say, yeah, you stupid son of a, what the kind of thing. You can't do that now. Because in their core, it just hurts them to their core. You can just see it on their face. And I've seen big, buff dudes with probably hard as nails almost argue to the point of crying. Dude, I just said it's a rule. You can't do that. It's just, it's not that big a deal, but it's safer when everyone follows this certain rule. So whatever's happened in the world, in our society today, where you think, previously things were different, it's the reaction. And I think what it is these people get their feelings hurt. Maybe they had themselves on a higher pedestal. Now you're telling them they're wrong. They're breaking a rule or whatever. And that just shakes their foundation. And then if you're a little aggressive, it hurts their feelings because they've never heard this before, that they could possibly be wrong. And they just react. It's just an emotional breakdown. Like I said, I see it today. This is not weak-looking people. These are not, but this is your average people you see today. Of course, everyone today has tats and is all a crazy ass and all this stuff. But it's just the reaction is so extreme. Just like you see the videos of the cops. You can't touch me. You can't touch me. Dude, you're waving a gun around. We're going to touch you. We're going to touch you a lot. Okay, but you can't touch me. You can't touch me. Kind of thing. It's just the weirdest thing ever how they react. But it's extreme. I finally get the people that I work with, it's slow to pick this up. So you can't do them this way. You can't. It's because it'll just escalate into something worse and then get you more involved and someone's getting touched. So we try to avoid that. But the thing I've seen over the past, I'm going to say 10 years, this would be like 2010 on and kind of sort of, is the reaction that people give to some sort of conflict. It's just so extreme. It's like they were just so fragile. If someone's happy-go-lucky moving along and all of a sudden just explode, like you kick their puppy or something. It's just insane. So I think everyone, I have to warn my people. Every person we have there, as nice looking or as they seem to be, they're all dealing with some current mental issue. And so we have to handle them with care. And so why can't we just talk? Why can't we just have conversations? I don't know if something else happened and now we can't talk, or it's because the internet, we've acted such a way, people trolled, said whatever they want. Now we can't. I don't know what the origin of this is. But as far as adult conversation or, what's the word? Constructive criticism, or being able to disagree civilly, that's out the window. That's gone. That's so 90s. Okay, that's over. So I just say proceed with care. You know, that's why these road rage incidences. Before, guys, you know, in the 80s, we did road rage. You flipped somebody off, they flipped you off back. No one ever got out of their car. It wasn't that big a deal. Okay, you know, we probably would have done it for something less. You didn't have to do much to get flipped off. But that was the end of it. It was just, guy flipped you off. It's not the end of the world, you know. But nowadays, oh my God. My dad's one of those, he's not a road rager, but he can trade stuff back and forth. I had to tell him, Dad, you can't do that. That guy pulled a gun out and just shoot you in the face. We are not in the same world that you were in. Anyhow, I'm rambling. It's different now. The response that people have is just so extreme, and it's in everything. So something's gone wrong in the transaction. It's the triggering of people, all that is just way too easy. And it's in everything. It's everywhere. Just be careful. Love you. God bless.